Yep, no worries. All right, you keep chilling out, yeah? We'll come back and revisit this, yes? We don't want to keep you in here.
It was one of many disturbing images that shocked the nation. But in the Northern Territory, there were no surprises. What did you do when you heard about the incident?
I just made sure that everything that was done was supposed to have done, and that they recorded the incident, and I was satisfied with that.
This was the view of the man responsible for the Territory's juvenile prisoners at the time this incident was recorded.
Well, I understand that that young fellow was there for some days and caused a fair bit of few problems while he was there, and I understand that the restraint chair was used twice, and I'm well aware the hood was used once.
Ken Middlebrook spoke to the ABC just weeks before he left the department in October last year. So you're satisfied that the right decision was made in that instance?
Yes, I am.
And that this child was treated fairly?
Yes, I am.
The Dondale Centre, as I understand it, has been the subject of controversy for some time, and there have been complaints about it for some time. These events at the Dondale Centre were certainly not known to me prior to the Four Corners program. They were not widely known. They were not known to Australians or widely known.
The first time I saw the footage was on television last night.
Today, the Northern Territory Chief Minister was in full damage control, claiming he'd never seen the vision that has prompted the establishment of a Royal Commission.
I sat and watched the footage and recognised horror through my eyes.
I can't understand when the government were very much aware of the complaints made by the young people. There have been numerous court cases, there's been numerous meetings between especially our office and the NT government about these issues. So I'm very surprised that he's surprised.
2 consecutive Children's Commissioners and a consultant engaged by the NT government have delivered reports in the last 3 years detailing the systemic issues inside Dondale.
Now there's an objective image out there about what's been going on rather than children trying to tell people and not being believed.
In 2014, 6 detainees were tear-gassed in Darwin's Dondale Juvenile Justice Centre. Footage revealed on Four Corners shows only one of the detainees outside his cell, but at the time the public were told all 6 were rioting.
It's about bringing rigour around those handful of miscreant youth, the little darlings, that cause us this sort of problem in the community. There has been a push for a long time to try and soften these institutions, and this seems to be the result that you get.
While children in isolation were being tear-gassed, the minister responsible for them was delivering the message of tough love.
These kids have been pushing the envelope since they've come into custody. They see themselves clearly as some sort of hardcore little group of thugs, and they have behaved exactly in accordance with that self-image. What we want to do, of course, as a government is protect the people of the Northern Territory.
This government has actively campaigned and orchestrated this sense in the community that Aboriginal kids and youth are people to be feared.
Olga Havnen is the CEO of Aboriginal health organisation Danila Dilba. She dismissed the Chief Minister's claims he was kept in the dark about events at Dondale.
Because I don't believe that the Department of Correctional Services or the Child Protection Agencies can any longer be left in charge of our kids.
The Chief Minister today took over John Elfrink's role as Northern Territory's Corrections Minister. Elfrink will, however, keep 5 other portfolios, including Attorney General and Minister for Children and Families.
What came up last night was new information that I understand that both police nor Attorney Generals had been aware of in the past, and that's why that's now being referred again.
So why didn't you ask to see that video before?
With respect, John Elfrink was well aware of the material that was in last night's Four Corners program. So was Ken Middlebrook. Ken Middlebrook had shown me some of that vision himself in his office. So it's a little disingenuous, isn't it, to suggest that this government had no idea about what was happening in Dondale.
Sorry, you finish your question? Yeah. So, look, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is all information that was provided has been sent off for either a review or a police investigation. Police have acted on what they've been what's been referred to them, and anything that's been referred to a review has sought to be fully implemented by government.
And I made an assumption that we all be careful about assumptions. I assumed that the Northern Territory government were taking care of this matter, and that I didn't take any further action in that.
In May, the Northern Territory government passed a bill in Parliament approving the use of cable ties and restraint chairs on children as young as 10 in custody.
We have to provide an environment that is conducive to the best interest of the kids. But where you have children who are threatening to smash their head against the wall, to break their arms on prison doors, they are spitting on corrections officers, we need to put in place the best humane procedures possible to try and protect the detainees, but also the staff. It is a challenging environment, I am not denying that.
The Chief Minister's words were eerily familiar.
This young bloke has been a real challenge to the correction system since he's been here. And again, you know, everybody that's out there can be critical, but there's not too many people that have come along to corrections and say, I'll help you with that young fellow.
The young bloke Ken Middlebrook is talking about is Dylan Voller.
Didn't even need to see his face, but I knew it was him from his fingers and his toes. And I wanted to turn it off, but I knew that I had to keep watching so that I could be there for him and know that what he's been through for him, because he doesn't have anybody else.
Today in Alice Springs, his sister Kira addressed a public rally.
Thank you all for being here today. It would really mean the world to Dylan, because he's lost hope. You know, his 7 years of his childhood he has lost. And so his hopes are that next month in August he's going to get out, fingers crossed. But to see all this support from you guys is amazing, and I'm lost for words really. I don't know what to say, but thank you.